Yeah, man, I got to get an intro, right? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jason. I'm here with my man, the Ace Avenue. What's going on, Ace?
What's good, brother? Appreciate you for having me on.
Oh, likewise, man. I was just on Ace's channel, and we had a great conversation about the Yankees, and we're gonna continue it on this thing here. Um, where do we leave off, man? Let's start with the positives, right? What are the positives in this series? I mean, besides Max Fried, not too many positives, but Max Fried was a huge positive. Carlos Rodón wasn't terrible. Uh, so that's all right. Any other positives that stood out to you, Ace?
We got embarrassed, our asses kicked, but not completely embarrassed, I guess, by not getting swept. I mean, you know, positive Giancarlo Stanton, he's him.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of our best players. I guess Jazz Bat woke up tonight. But like you said, Max Fried was definitely a positive, no doubt, because Fried shoved, even though we weren't able to give him any run support. And Carlos Rodon looked pretty good today.
Definitely did. Um, you know what? Look, I mean, there's no sugarcoating it, right? The my thumbnail says not October ready, and I put that because uh today's game is like a false sense of hope. That's how I take it, Ace, man. It's like a false sense of hope, and they keep doing this. They win a game like today. You got Jazz with his 100th career home run, 101st home run, 2 home runs from him. Grisham with 2 more home runs. Um, sack fly by Jose Caballero, and it feels like all is right. Like the ship has returned the course, and everything's gonna be good from here on out. But we can't just ignore the fact that we just lost 3 straight to Boston Red Sox in the most embarrassing fashion that I can remember. I mean, this was probably worse than the 4 game series we lost to Toronto to lose first place earlier this season. I thought that was bad. This was probably even worse, and we didn't even get swept. We actually won one. Um, this is like, and I know we talked about this before, but honestly, Ace, man, do you think that this team can you see the all right? Can you see a scenario where this team doesn't make the playoffs?
Actually, no. I think this team is going to make the playoffs. Because if you look at the wild card standing, the current wild cards, we
Hmm.
are a half a game up. Technically, we're 3.5 games up on Kansas City. And we own the tiebreaker on them. So technically, we're 4.5 games up on them. I don't with how soft our schedule is, I don't see us not making the playoffs, but I don't see us, but I also don't see us going far in the playoffs if we're going to continue to play the way we're playing now. And the reason why I add that if caveat is because things can change. Like we talked about this before. They have a tough 2 week stretch coming up after these next 2 series. If the
Hmm.
Yankees go out there and handle their business versus those tough teams in Houston, Toronto, Detroit, and Boston, then I could think otherwise. Because this was the first stepping stone after winning 7 of 8 games. This was the first test for the New York Yankees, and they failed with a big fat F. Flying colors, they failed this test right here.
Yeah, they failed
So
miserably, man.
exactly, but they're
Miserably.
gonna they're gonna have another opportunity to get tested in a much bigger way. You remember when you were in school, right? How you had like this quiz? This was a quiz. They failed the quiz. The big test is coming up in 2 weeks. Are they going to be prepared, or is it going to be another failure?
Yeah, man. The next 2 weeks is gonna get real serious. Let me give a shout out to Jose G. Appreciate the 2, man. Thank you so much. He says a lot of injuries again this season, and we still in it. And you know what? You're right. It was a lot of injuries. Some major ones, specifically Garrett Cole, Luis Hill missed half the season. Giancarlo Stanton missed damn near half the season. Um, and technically we're still in it, right? We are still in it. But my whole thing with this team, they haven't shown me anything. They haven't shown me anything that says that they have the ability to turn this thing around, to start playing fundamental baseball, fundamentally sound baseball, or anything like that. I gotta see more. I really do. I gotta see more. This team is wishy washy, and we have to show that we can beat these teams. We can beat the Red Sox, the Astros, the Toronto Blue Jays. Until we show that, and we have another chance in 2 weeks, like Ace just said. That first 2 weeks of September is gonna make or break this team. And even if they don't get past through, if they can't show that they can beat these teams, yeah, we might limp into the playoffs as a last wild card team or whatever. But boy, oh boy, I don't like the chances of us winning anything are going to be very, very slim against some
Yeah,
of these teams. So
no,
appreciate
it's
it,
just
Jose. Thank you. My bad. Go ahead.
yeah. No, you're good. It's just funny that the four teams that are ahead of us are the four
Hmm.
teams we're about to play. So I mean,
Exactly.
and it sucks because you know how the Yankees think. The
Hmm.
Yankees are thinking it's right in front of us. We control our own destiny. But do they
Yep.
have the capability of playing fundamentally sound and a better brand of baseball? Boston came in and showed you what a good brand of baseball should look like.
Hmm.
They smacked us. Okay, they hit one home run in that game. They scored 12 runs on, right? But that was it. The other 10 runs came not hitting a home run. When's the last time Yankees scored 10 runs without hitting a bomb? Like, it
Oh.
doesn't happen because we're home running nothing. The other teams play better brands of baseball, and it starts with the top. They also have better managers.
Hmm.
We have to win in spite of Aaron Boone because we see the decisions that he makes that ultimately, when the game is on the line, I don't trust Aaron Boone. And ultimately, too, like our starters have to give us good length, like Carlos Rodón did, like Will Warren has given us, like Cam has given us. Because do you trust Aaron Boone to manage the last 4 innings of a game for our starters can't get past the fifth? I don't.
No, you're right. He's shown that. I don't know, especially I could think of maybe a good dozen to maybe 20 games that he really, really made some questionable calls, whether it's a pitcher he put in or a pitcher he didn't put in or a pinch hitter that he didn't a pinch hit that he didn't do. Some questionable moves. But look, at this point of the season, it's like I don't even want to dwell on that stuff. It's like can he fix himself from here on out? And I'm talking about the whole team, like as far as like the coaching staff, the managerial decisions, the lineups. I feel like this team could get right, but it's gonna have to they're gonna really have to sit down and make some really tough decisions. Ace, they're gonna have to make some tough decisions. We saw Volpe sit on the bench today. I think that's the decision. That's something that they need to do from here on out. Like he needs to be the backup shortstop. He needs to be
Mhm.
with Caballero's role coming here, was he's gonna pinch run, probably, play over here, play over there. No, that is now Volpe's official role. That's what needs to happen. He needs to be the official pinch runner, who comes in late, and maybe even some defense if Caballero runs in some defense. But today he looked really, really good out there. I'll be honest, man. Every throw was on point. I felt like just because Boone put him in today over Volpe, like he was gonna make a big error, and then we were never gonna see him again. It kind of felt like
Mhm.
that was gonna happen, right?
Or if he didn't go off.
Yeah,
Um,
but
Also on the Volpe news, I don't
mhm.
mean to cut you off. Brandon Cuddy retweeted 8 minutes ago. No, tweeted this 8 minutes ago and it's retweeted by Chris Kirshner. Anthony Volpe said he's been told he's out of tomorrow's lineup versus the Nationals, but will be back on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, if that's the case, then look, that's they pretty much telling him, look, dude, you're on your last legs. Yeah, I could
Hmm.
see them if he's out the lineup tomorrow as well and plays Tuesday. That's unofficially saying that he is not the starting shortstop anymore. He's gonna have to earn the shit, you know.
Hmm.
And that's what needs to be happen. That's what needs to. That's what we've been calling for. It seems like for a while now we've been calling for this stuff. So look, I'd like to, man, especially versus lefties. Ahmed Rosario needs to be in there. He's shown me that he can hit. The dude can hit, and he didn't look terrible out there on third base the other day. I'd like to see him get some more at bats. They got to make some tough decisions. They got to make some tough decisions. You got to find a way to get Stanton in that lineup every single day and Ben Rice. If that means benching Wells, it is what it is. Paul Goldschmidt, same deal. Um, at this point, I feel like Paul Goldschmidt and Ben Rice, they're probably the same in terms of defense. You're getting the same production from both of them. Um, I get it that Paul Goldschmidt has way more experience at first base. He's an ex-Gold Glover, ex-MVP, and all that. But at this stage of life, at his age, we saw the other day he made an error. He's not the same Gold Glover that he was before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Like it's go time now. Like the dude, it's getting late. It really is. It's getting real late in the season. Unlike some people in a Yankee organization will have you think like it is getting late out here. Guys like Ben Rice need to play every single day. He's young enough that he can switch between catching, switch between first base, platoon him. Um, Also, Ryan McMahon needs to be platooned. If there's a lefty out there, you need to put Ahmed Rosario at third. Like the second a lefty comes in to face McMahon, Ahmed needs to be in there. Like defense be damned. Like because we need better production from our 1 through 9, man. The other day I was looking at our 7 through 9, bro, and it was atrocious. Like Ryan
Yeah.
McMahon is batting like 240, 230 something. Volpe's batting 200, like 210, and Wells is damn near at 200. So it's like, like it'd be nice if I can get some of that smoke this way though. Like, some of the, you know. But yeah,
Some of
it's like
that we call that secondhand smoke. You
yeah,
want
right.
some secondhand smoke?
But yeah, man, at the end of the day, like Volpe, this should be a wake-up call for him. He needs to look at this and say, okay, you know what? When my opportunity presents itself, I need to rise to the occasion. Don't shrink within yourself. We're going to learn a lot about what type of player Anthony Volpe is during this whole thing of is he or is he not going to get benched?
Yeah, definitely. Let me say what's up to the chat, Ace. Give me a second real quick because
Do your thing.
I've been neglecting them. Susan Levine, what's up? How you doing? I'm feeling better. I actually have surgery in 2 days, another one. And hopefully everything goes well. Jose G, my brother, appreciate it. We got Demon D in the building. Says, what's up, fellas? What's up, Demon D? And make sure y'all go check out my man Ace. I'm gonna put up his things right there. All right, Katie, what's up, Katie? Stephen B's in the building. Who else we got in here? Jose G says we got 5 weeks to tune up. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
we got 5 weeks, but in the process, in between all that, like we need to tune up right now. They really need to freaking get it together. They need to get it together. I cannot stand watching this team lose to freaking to the Red Sox, Toronto, Houston, the Tigers, which Command Branford just brought up. He said you guys facing the Tigers too, who have the best record in the American League. So that's not.
You
that's
the real
gonna be
MVP.
tough.
Yeah.
What else we got in here? I'm trying to catch up. I'm way behind the chats.
Now we looking like brothers out here. See that?
Yeah. Jose G says, check out Jason's merch. The gear is fire for real. Appreciate it, Jose, man. Thank you. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cop some. I'm gonna have to cop some merch. I'm gonna hit your merch.
You know
store.
that Rice Baby shirt. And man, I don't want to toot my own horn, man, but freaking Ben. I think that's Ben Rice's girl. She was rocking the shirt, so that's what's up. Yeah. The Ace put the beard on. Damn, you over here in the chat too, Ace. What else we got? If I miss your name, Yassine, my brother, what's up, man? Lou, Susan, man, Ole, I appreciate you. I appreciate the love. I got some trivia questions. I might do it. Might give away one of these tonight. We'll see. I don't want to keep Ace here too long. I know he's tired and got stuff to do.
I'm good. No, I'm good to go.
Brownie 3 says Yankees are so ass. Oh man, it's too late for that, Yankees. But yeah, man. So look, let me hide this. I'm not sure if tomorrow's matchup has been put out. Everybody's going crazy with the stats right now, but let's see if this thing. No, that was today. That's not right. Oh yeah, so I guess they haven't announced tomorrow's pitcher. Yeah, they haven't announced tomorrow's pitchers, but
we know it's Cam. Oh well,
yeah, it should be Schiller, but it hasn't been officially announced because if not, it would have pulled it. Yeah, I mean, look. Besides that, you got Carlos Rodón. He didn't have a terrible game. He got lucky a little bit in some of them. Why it's not showing his stats? My bad, guys. Yeah, what Carlos Rodón do? Where he's at? I'm looking for. Oh yeah, Rodón went 5 2/3, gave up 1 hit, but it's the same thing with Rodón. 5 walks, like you can't walk five guys, man. That's not gonna cut it. Only 3 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, and those 2 earned runs came off that Luke Weaver single that he gave up to Nathaniel Lowe. And it's funny because that was a finesse move by Alex Cora. He finessed freaking Boone right there. Because Boone went to Luke Weaver. there, which is I'm not mad at him for going to Luke Weaver. But I feel like Alex Cora knew from the gate, as soon as they bring in Luke Weaver, especially in a situation like that with the bases loaded, he was going to Nathaniel Lowe. So that leads me to wonder: did Boone know that was he aware that Lowe kills freaking that the numbers that he has versus Luke Weaver? Because I think if he knew that, he wouldn't have went to Luke Weaver there. He would have probably went to somebody else. At the end of the day, it still worked out. Uh, he did give up that single and 2 earned runs that got charged to Rodon, but I felt like that was a Cora. That was Cora really out managing Boone right there in that instance. I really felt like that was him just out managing where Boone is playing checkers and Cora's playing chess. Like he's already several moves ahead of him. He already knew if he wanted him, he baited him into going to Luke Weaver with the bases loaded, so he could bring in Luke Weaver's kryptonite, which is apparently Nathaniel Lau, who they picked up on waivers.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, man. I don't know. What do you think about that? You think that was planned on Cora's part, or?
Yeah. Cora is very methodical, man. Like, you played the clip I showed you yesterday, dude. Like, Cora is like, I'm telling you, he owns him, man. He manages circles around Aaron Boone. He's not just looking at the next inning, he's looking at the next inning after that and after that for potential moves. And as soon as Boone puts his piece down, checkmate. Like, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, luckily, it was a bloop single at the end of the day. Luckily, it didn't hurt us too much, and we were still able to get the W. But this is a guy that, do you trust Aaron Boone to be able to outmanage Alex Cora in the playoffs? I don't. And playoffs is where it's at its highest, and the pressure's at its highest. And shout out to Boston, because Nathaniel Lau was a great pickup, and he killed us this series as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he did. He that was a great pickup. That's somebody that I think a lot of fans were probably considering, thinking maybe the Yankees should take a look into him. But with Ben Rice and Goldie already there, I didn't see it happening. I think he found a good spot with Boston. They know how to use him, obviously. They know how to use him. Oh man, so that's good. But Ace, man, you mind if I do these trivia questions real quick? So we're gonna do the trivia. Let me put this in right here. All right, you already know the deal. A, B, C, or D in the chat. The quicker you answer the questions correctly, the more points you get. Whoever's after 5 questions, the top scorer is gonna win one of these. Except for Yasin, because he already won one, so he can't win again. He can't win back-to-back prizes. All right. Aiden, Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, you got to put a hyphen between Rodriguez and Cruz to pull up his stats. But for right now, I'm going to turn that off in a second. Let's get into the first question real quick. And that is, let me see if this thing is, here we go. Number A, B, C, or D in the chat. Which 2 franchises joined MLB as expansion teams in 1998?
That's easy.
Ace, man, you can't participate though.
Why not? I'm looking at the same time people are.
No, you you can't participate because you're getting the question before they do, because it's the delay, the lag.
Yeah,
I mean, you can participate, man, but it's not fair. That's why I had to ban it. I told you, if you hosting, you can't answer, because you're gonna get it like a good maybe 4 or 5 seconds before they do. Yeah. All right, Arizona and Tampa Bay debuted in 1998. The Diamondbacks won the World Series by 2001. So shout out to whoever got that right. Ace, of course, obviously. Oh man. So Ace is in first, even though Ace, you're not allowed to play, man. Stephen B's in first, loses third. I could turn you off right now, but I'm not gonna do it, man.
So we'll take the second, whoever's in second place.
Yeah, I'm gonna play another one right now. Might as well bang them all out real quick.
Hey yo.
Yo, right? Who was named? Why I got this face on me? Who was named World Series MVP for the Yankees in 1996 after recording a save in each of the team's 4 wins? In each of the team's 4 wins. 1996. Who was the closer in 96? I mean, I know the answers obviously, but
You still got that Yankee Thor hammer, or you sold that? You shipped that out already? Nice.
I got this. I got a mini one. This is the one I'll be sending. This shit is like it costs too much to ship. That's why I'm not doing these big ones no more.
Oh wow.
I tried shipping one, man. It was like $30. I was like, damn. Stephen B is in first. Ace in second. Still playing, even though I told him not to.
All right, I won't play this
Man, no,
next
it's all right, man. We're gonna come back though, so stay tuned for that. Right, we got three more questions. Three more questions. So what do you think, man? What do you think about the this upcoming series versus the Nats, um, and the White Sox, and this news that you just broke that Anthony Volpe is apparently not in the lineup tomorrow? I'll believe it when I see it, man. But you think that there's more to it than that? You think he's officially benched? Would you call this being benched?
Nah, not if they say he's gonna be back on Tuesday. That to me this to me seems like a short hiatus where they're gonna be
Mhm.
like, we're gonna give you a couple of days to get your mind right. But this could also be the first step to a serious benching. Like, because if you come back on Tuesday, dude, and you're still not right, and Caballero's going off, you're forcing the Yankees' hand, man. You're now if Volpe comes back, and we know Volpe has the capacity to go out there and play well after a couple of days off.
Mhm.
But this is the time to prove it, man. Like, this is the
Yeah.
start, and I commend the Yankees for, I do think he'll sit tomorrow, though. He wouldn't have come out and said it if it's not going to be real. I do think he'll sit tomorrow. I just hope it's not one of these things like when they asked Boone talking about, oh yeah, he's a little banged up. Don't give us the excuses. Just say he's not playing well, stuff like that, and then we'll see. We'll see from there. And if he starts on Tuesday, if you're going to give like Stanton a day off, and you're going to put Caballero on right field, Caballero needs to be in the game like every single game at this point. Like, and if
Yeah, he
Volpe continues
does.
to struggle, maybe this leads to a full time benching. But this seems like a little slap on the wrist. This seems like strike one.
Yeah, strike one. And you know what else it seems like? Look, because when he made the error yesterday, Boone made a comment. He said that this was his first error in a while, but besides that, he's been locked in on defense or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. That goes to show you that what he says is not really what he's thinking, because he turns around and sits him the next day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the first time we've seen that from Boone, and it's okay that it goes to show you that what he tells the media is a lot different than what he's really thinking and what he's telling the players behind the scenes. Um, but I would say this that I'm like it's gonna sound messed up, but I'm glad that they benched him. I feel like it needed to happen. It was way overdue. Um, it is time, and hopefully, maybe that wakes him up. We saw what happened with Gleyber Torres when he got benched. He turned it around immediately after that. Um, so maybe that's the case. Maybe that happens here. Who knows? But I do know that we got 22 people in the chat and only 10 likes. So the math ain't mathing right now, Ace. The math ain't mathing, right? So let's get those up, man. Let's get those up. I'm gonna switch here and we'll bang out another trivia question. I'm not gonna you guys too late here because I gotta wake up early too. Um, let's go. Remember A, B, C, or D in the chat. Who was the winning pitcher in the Yankees 2003 ALCS Game 7 walk-off win over the Red Sox?
And you picking some easy ones tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I got it. You know what it was? I was making them really hard, and it was like nobody was getting them right. I was like, damn, dude. You got players talking about the Yankees from 1911. Like, nobody knows that, man.
Yeah. I remember this one, right?
Mhm.
Because this player was on the mound, like ran back out onto the mound, laying down. Everybody just came and like went over him. He was crying on the mound and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, I remember.
Oh no, this is the 2003. This is Boone's home run.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
know. If you
Okay.
look at if you
Yeah,
look at
Mariners.
Boone's home run, if you look at Boone's home run, remember Mo ran back out onto the mound and everybody was
Oh,
over
okay.
him.
Yeah. Stephen B is in first, 489. All right. We'll do one more, then we'll save the last one for later. Which Yankee hit a 2-out, 2-run game-tying homer in the 9th inning of Game 5 of the 2001 World Series? You know this one too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is easy.
Yeah, you definitely made them easy. You went from making them super difficult to making them real easy.
I see. Apparently, it ain't that easy. Right? It ain't that easy, apparently. And y'all seen you're not playing? Y'all seen one yesterday. He killed it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Scott Brocious.
Yep.
Damn, Stephen B. You should have known that one. What's the score? There we go. So, all right, Stephen B. still in first place. Jose G, 304. We got one more question. I might as well just do it now and get it over with.
Y'all better be lucky I can't play because I'd be killing y'all right now.
Which MLB team won 116 regular season games in 2001, tying the modern era record? 116 games in 2001, regular season games. Stephen B says, "Shut up! I'm feeding animals." Yeah, man.
Got a lot of people picking 100% people picking B. Could this be the answer? You guys are gonna feel real foolish if it's not.
Nah, I don't want to give it away. Yep.
Yep.
But you're right. If you pick B, you're right. I think it's too late for you, Jose G. You kind of fell way behind on this one. Boom. Yes, Stephen B, you're the winner. You got my number, man. Text me and I'll send that out to you. Jose, man, just email me. I'm gonna get you one of these too, bro. And Ace too. I'll print them out. I'll get it to you.
Oh yeah, let me get one of those. I'll definitely rock them during the stream.
Yeah, I'll get one to you. All right, let's go back to talking Yankees, man. Yeah, man. So, I mean, look, this team. I'm gonna be honest, Ace. This team isn't October ready. The way they played and the way they can't seem to especially the lack of fundamentals, the lack of just being able to move runners to situational hitting, especially late in the games, extra innings. We've struggled all season long in extra innings on the road. That's not the formula to win in October, man. In the playoff baseball, first of all, you got to play clean baseball in October. That's number one. You have to play clean baseball. You can't. You gotta have you need your pitcher, your starting pitcher, to give you at least 6 innings. And you need to be able to move to manufacture runs. Those 3 things right there. If you can't do those 3 things, you're not gonna last, right? And it seems like this team can't do either of those. They can't do neither one of those. All this team could really do, and look, I hate it because I'm a Yankee fan. I'm bashing my own team right now. All we could do is hit home runs. When we're hitting home runs, we're gonna win, you know. But if we're facing a pitcher that could pitch around that and we can't hit home runs, then we lose. It's pretty simple. Like that's the strategy against the Yankees. Just pitch them, you know, put a ground ball pitcher in there, see what happens. You know, the amount of strikeouts that we have sometimes is astronomical. And it seems like they refuse to change their approach at the plate. That's what really, really pisses me off. You know, it seemed like the other day when we lost to 1-0, when we lost 1-0 the other day, it seemed like as soon as they scored that run, everybody, you can tell, was swinging for the fences. Everybody was trying to tie the game up, from Volpe to Wells to everybody. And it's like, dude, you know, especially like with guys like Volpe, guys like that, like we don't need you to be a home run hitter at all. We have our home run hitters. Let them do that, you know? Everybody else just try to get on base. Try to get on base, for crying out loud. Like, is that so hard to do? When we face a tough pitcher too, Ace, for some reason, instead of working counts and trying to get that pitcher out of there, You know, this is versus Brian Bayo. That game is specifically. That's the one we lost 1-0. All of a sudden, we're swinging at first pitches, we're swinging at second pitches instead of working counts. This dude was this dude had like 90 pitches into the eighth inning, or less, like 80 to 90 pitches, somewhere around there, going into the eighth inning. That tells you that nobody's working counts there, you know. And that's a problem because that's how you beat good pitchers, right? Because sometimes pitchers have it, and you're not gonna get hits off of them, Ace. But
Mhm.
you beat them by working their pitch count, getting them out of there early, you know, and getting to the bullpen.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Also, I was laughing at your tweet that you sent, the everything is fine tweet, the
Yeah,
cartoon Boone, and how Volpe looks sad. Volpe's the lead shortstop. He's just like,
yeah, man.
that shit's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Because when you're facing good pitchers, which is what you're going to face in the playoffs, the Yankees can hit 100 home runs off of bad pitching. We saw that in the Tampa series. We
Hmm.
saw that in the Minnesota Twins series and against St. Louis. But you're not facing bad pitching in the playoffs. You're not. You're facing good pitching. You're facing good 1-2s, and you're facing really good ones, really good twos, and good threes. On top of good bullpen and good bullpen arms being used, especially with the built-in days off in the playoffs. There is no bullpen budget in the playoffs because you have those built-in travel days that guys will be able to pitch almost every day. So it's like, and especially against good pitching, you're only going to get like one good pitch to hit. So you have to make it count when you do get that pitch. Yeah, that's the
Hmm.
tweet I was looking at. That's just hilarious.
Yeah,
Look at how sad Volpe looks.
it's
Aaron,
not showing the whole thing though.
yeah,
Below it, it's a dumpster on fire, pretty much.
and Judge looks so dopey.
Yeah.
Like, that's what had me
Man.
weak. But yeah, when you're facing good pitchers, man, you got to work the counts. You got to get into the bullpen. Like, this is why me personally, like, I love getting into the bullpen in the beginning of series. Game one, if you're able to get that starter out there, it becomes a long series for the other team. But if you're just going up there swinging at the first pitch because everybody's trying to hit a home run, like, it doesn't, like, especially when you're down by a lot, dude, there's no such thing as a 5-6 run home run. You got to have the big innings. Like, you got to have the innings where you keep the line moving. 3 singles can score you a run in baseball. 2 doubles can score you a run. Hitting home runs are hard, but every Yankee seems like they're going up. Every Yankee outside of Cody Bellinger seems like they're going up there trying to crush a home run. Volpe's trying to. Austin Wells, we see it. We know Jazz is doing the same thing. But at the same time, too, there are only like 2 players that I trust and go up there and swing for the fence and hit it. Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. Everybody else just needs to keep that line moving.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Yep, you hit it.
Oh,
And
that you seen.
yeah, Yasin say he likes your thing. Yeah, man. Jose G says he heard Judge called for players only. I'm assuming you mean meeting to the broadcast. I don't know if he did. Look, at this point, man, they gotta just make drastic changes to the lineup, and they started already with Caballero in there. And look, even Boone, during the game, right? They ESPN, they do this thing where they talk to the managers, right? And whatever innings. So in between innings, he was talking to Boone, and they were speaking about Caballero, and Boone said it right there. He said, "This guy's a winner. He has a winner's mentality," and and that just, man, that hit home to me because I was saying that in the stream the other day that this dugout's full of losers. Ace, they're full of losers. These guys don't know how to win. They've never won. Even the coaches, they've never won. They were players or when they're managing. Sometimes you need people around that've been there and done that and know what it takes to win. If you don't know what it takes to really win something,
Like
you
Belling.
yeah, Bellinger is one of them guys. But what he won in the COVID season, so I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
he's
if we
still
can.
a
Yeah, he's a
rookie of the
winner though.
year, MVP. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and um, I think that's what the team lacks, man. And a lot of times, like we blame a lot of stuff, especially with our young players, on the Yankees player development and stuff like that. But a lot of that development too comes from the veterans around you. And I'm not trying to bash Judge or Stan or anybody, but a lot of times, and you could talk to, if you listen to things that maybe A-Rod has said, Jeter, Posada, just any baseball player, they'll tell you the veterans around them, any good baseball player who had a fruitful career. They'll tell you that those veterans, they had a veteran somewhere at some point to really show them how to play this game right and really show them how to get right. And I feel like this team, we have players that I think can do that, but it's not happening for some reason. And it leads me to wonder that maybe, I don't know, maybe they're just not taking that time and playing that role, that big brother role, so to speak. You know what I mean? To show them
Mhm.
the ropes. Um, yeah, or they just think everything's all good. It could be that too. They just think everything's all gravy, and it's like it doesn't really matter. We'll get them tomorrow, and
Yeah.
and, and that's okay. I understand that philosophy. We'll get them tomorrow. We get them because in baseball you do have to have a short memory, but it's like they say, right? Um, what is this? What's the saying? If you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it, or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So, and it seems like we're repeating the same thing over and over, the same mistakes. It's happening over and over. So maybe they need to really sit down and look at film and be like, okay, we've been doing this wrong. Forget the next game. Let's figure out why we did this wrong in this game and fix that.
Yeah. But it's also about, like you said, you got to be aware too. Like this team, sometimes the arrogance of this team is crazy because like you're out here, we see that these guys are struggling. And up until now, you're just letting Volpe continue to go out there and struggle, like because you think you know better than everybody else, like than what the fans are looking at. You continue to throw the same stuff out there and just say, "No, we're good over here. Everything's fine." Like at some point in time, you got to wake up and smell the coffee, man, and you got to realize this isn't working. Is it the Aaron errors? Is it Aaron Boone and Aaron Judge, the error of them that just isn't working? Like, but it just seems to be. Is it Brian Cashman? It just seems to be something year after year where this just isn't working. And by isn't working, I mean getting to the grand prize. Now we were close last year, but when it came down to it, we played terrible. And
Yeah,
it's trickled into this year. We were told that the fundamentals were going to be fixed. No, you don't see it, especially in
they
the big
weren't.
games. No,
I
it's
think
not.
th-
You don't
I think they tried. I think. See, the problem is that they thought that by just bringing a few different players in, that was going to change it. But the problem is that a lot of the mistakes that are being made is a culture thing.
I was about to say the same thing.
It's embedded in this team's culture, in their being. Is it's the fabric of how they operate. The way they operate, the way they do things, or the way they don't do things. Not holding players accountable. Look, I'm not saying that you got to put the belt to Volpe's behind when he makes an error or anything like that, but they do have to know that look, at some point, man, this is the big leagues. You understand me? Like these fundamental mistakes shouldn't be happening at this rate. It seems like it happens every day, or at least every series. We have a play that we're like, what is that, dude? That's basic little league. You don't make that mistake, right? Every series we have one, and nothing happens. And the thing is, right? Look, you keep doing the same thing and getting the same result, right? Um, that should tell you, man, that you got to change it up. Something, change it up. And if that doesn't work, change it again. But you have to start. They have to run this team a little different. They really need to look at everything. I'm talking about analytics. I'm talking about everything. Even the groundskeeping crew. I look at them too. We auditing everybody. Ace,
everybody. Yeah. The,
everybody,
the the ticket attendant, the parking people, the
everybody's getting
vendors,
audited.
everybody. And if somehow, some way this continues to implode, everybody's got to go.
Yeah, man. Something's got to give. Something's definitely got to give. But I'm gonna get to a few of these chats, man, and then we'll wrap it up. So I gotta wake up very early in the morning. It's not that late though. If you could, maybe I'll stick around. If you gotta go, Ace, you can go, man. Just let me know.
Mm,
Make sure you guys subscribe to my guide. So I'm gonna put up his all his socials right here. It's pretty much the Ace Avenue on everything, right?
pretty much.
On
Hmm.
Twitter or X, whatever they call it now. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Go make sure you go subscribe to my guy, man. He does a great job. He
Appreciate you.
pulling out the shorts, man. That short with Alex Cora, that was a good one. Does movie reviews too. If you're into movies, make sure you go check him out. Celia says they keep making mistakes because the players aren't held accountable. Boone literally said in an interview with WFAN that New York holds players accountable. I mean, I mean, if he wants me to hold him accountable, I'll do it, man. If he needs me to do that job.
But that's not
Um,
our jobs to hold them accountable. That's their jobs to hold them accountable.
yeah, man. I think sometimes, see, the thing is, I think they misunderstand what we mean by accountability. Accountability, some people think like we mean like, oh, they need to bench him or trade him or something. If it gets to that, sometimes it got to get to a benching, right? But I mean like, or not playing as much, but certain mistakes warrant that kind of treatment. Forgetting how many outs there are in the bottom of the
Well,
ninth
mhm.
inning of an important game warrants you getting your ass benched. I understand that game they couldn't bench because they had no backup catcher, but the next game he should have been benched for several games after that. That was a big no no. Um,
Yeah. Same shit that
and
happened the other day with him at first base. You can't get picked off in that situation. If it's a hot shot to second on a line drive, that I understand. But a blooper to short, dude, you got caught with your hand in the cookie jar, bro. Like legit. Like that's inexcusable, and that's momentum. The Yankees have a hard time sustaining the momentum. Like we get it, and then we give it right back. Like because you saw like with Austin, and it's crazy how it all trickles around Austin Wells, right? And I'm not
mhm.
saying he's the sole proprietor. He's not the entire blame, but the very next inning when they come and score, that's a momentum shift. Austin Wells not being able to catch that foul out. The very next inning they scored, that's a huge momentum shift. And those little things change the games.
No, they definitely do. They definitely do. Um, yeah, so look, it's a lot to be desired with this team. I'm not gonna lie. Look, I'm trying to be optimistic. It's hard, really hard. I'm trying to look for I'm hunting the good stuff, right? You ever heard of that? There's
Mhm.
this thing that says hunt the good stuff, right? When all is going bad and you think your life is terrible or whatever, hunt the good stuff. Look for something positive. And I'm trying, Ace, man. I
Me
try
too,
every
man.
day with this team, man, but they keep doing it to themselves, man. They really do. And this series, I get it. At least we got one game. We were saying the same thing in the series versus the Dodgers. At least we got that last game, right? We didn't get swept. And the only reason why, I'll be honest, the reason why we won this game is because they kind of took the foot off the gas. They just won 3 games straight. They kind of let it off a little bit, and we took advantage. And Dustin May, this guy, he's not who he was supposed to be when he came into the big leagues. Um, I think you think the narrative is true, Ace, that we only hit bad pitching and we can't hit elite pitching and we can't beat good teams.
It's hard to say it's not when they continue to do it. And then when you get now there are times where during the regular season you might get a guy, no doubt you
Mhm.
might get a good pitcher or you might beat a good team, but more often than not in the postseason we don't see it. And that's when you're going against top of the line pitchers. That's when you're going against, what I'm saying, good pitching and you need hitting, what I'm saying? Like, because the thing about it is the home run doesn't translate well in the postseason, just hitting home runs. If you run into one every now and then, sure. But you need to get those hits in between there. And that's where the Yankees end up struggling.
Yeah, man. I think it's hard to say, man, because when you look at the offensive numbers, right? We got the most home runs in the league. Like we're the top 3 offense in almost every category. We're top 3 in offense. Yet we've been shut out this season. I don't know off the top of my head how many times, but at least 3 times, maybe 4, that this offense has literally been shut out completely. Um 4 times in the season. That is not good. I mean, this is supposed to be this offense is supposed to be lethal, and they are against these bad teams, but for some reason when we face a tougher opponent, and I'm starting to think that it's not even the pitching. The pitching is good. Don't get me wrong; it's part of it. I think it's a mind, it's a mental thing. I think the confidence or something in this team is just not there. They don't have the confidence to go up against these teams. I don't think they really feel like they could really beat them like that.
But that's a mindset thing. Like that's a culture thing. That comes from the top. Like when have we become so soft that like you don't go out there and even compete? Like people coming to your house. You saw the you read the we talked about it on my channel with the comments from Alex Cora. They come into your house and they think it's good over here. Like, we just gonna sit back, chill. It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy because at some point in time, the Yankees are gonna give it up. And until they change that, teams are gonna continue to think that.
Yeah, man. I don't know how you look if this offense is supposed to be really, really good, and I do think that they have something there, but you can't go 18 innings, and only score one run
Mm-hmm.
with a handful of hits in 2 games. Look, this series was a complete embarrassment, a complete utter embarrassment. I mean, I was shocked. Even Red Sox fans were shocked. I had people in my comments like, "Damn, dude, I didn't know it was that bad." You know, that's like, as a fan, you think I want to hear that? It's like people telling me, other fans too. They're like, "Man, damn, what happened?" You know?
They pity us. They don't.
Yeah, they pity us.
It's not even fun for them anymore. They kicking us while we're down, and they're like, "Oh man, it's bad over here." Like, how you think it feels for us?
Yeah, no, for real. It's like somebody kicking you while you're down and beating the crap out of you, and then looking and feeling bad and be like, "Hey, man, you need a hand helping you back
Yeah.
up. You need a hand to get back up." That's how I felt, man. It's embarrassing. What do? You can't even argue. You can't
Yep.
even argue. They did not compete in any of these games, with the exception of today. But we didn't even compete. It wasn't even close. We never stood a chance. That's how it felt
Mhm.
like. And it's frustrating, man, because coming into this series, Ace, I had my hopes up high. And maybe that's just me being foolish, wishful thinking. I should have known better. Uh, but I didn't. I came in flying high, man. I came in riding high, looking at freaking potential playoff runs, World Series runs. I'm thinking this is it. We're gonna turn it around. We finally got it, and we didn't.
Nope. This Yankee team, man, they do it to us, man. We love the hell out of this team. This team is like an abusive relationship. I keep saying that, man.
Mm.
Like, we love this team. We know this team. And they keep telling us they're gonna change, dude. They never do, bro. They never do. And we just put up with the shit.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's gonna do it for me, Ace, man. You got any final thoughts you want to share?
Uh Appreciate you for having me on. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe to my guy Jason, doing great work over here. I'm gonna have to get you on one of these play-by-plays pretty soon, man. Think you'd be pretty good at it. You might. I want to see how you react in the moment when
Mhm.
shit really goes off the rails and you see Volpe sail a throw 5 rows deep just to see you like this guy.
Oh no! At that point, when he threw that ball, at that point, I was already deflated, man. We were down what 10, whatever the score was. I was just kind of just watching the game, like just like, please, somebody throw in the towel. Like, can we forfeit? Is that allowed? At that point, I was
I
like,
said the
look,
same thing.
just quit, just throw in the towel. Poor Blackburn. He might not even be on the team by the time we finish this damn stream. Poor guy, man, threw 71 pitches. I was sure that he was gonna throw his arm out. It was just a bad look, man. It was a bad look overall. And the fans at the stadium, I feel bad for them to spend all that money, all that hype. They probably bought those tickets early in the season, thinking they're gonna come into a late August Boston versus Yankees matchup, a heated rivalry. It's gonna be epic, and they walked into a shit show, man. Spent $100 on chicken buckets, and it's like just for nothing, man. That's
Belt
what
the ass.
happened.
Yep, we got belt to ass this weekend, but we're
Yeah,
gonna see how they respond, man. Like, realistically, if you tell me like this could have been a wake up call, sure, but I got to see it to believe it. It's as simple as that. Like, this team has to do, like, they have to start getting right now, or else you're gonna find yourself at an early exit when it comes to the playoffs.
yep. Yeah, man. That's pretty much it. That's gonna do it for us, man. I hope everybody had a great weekend despite the terrible series. You know, look, maybe the offense turns it on versus these two bad teams that we're about to face. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But I appreciate you all. I really do. Thank you. Make sure you like if you haven't liked on your way out. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you subscribe to my boy Ace, man. Um, all his things are right there. The Ace Avenue on everything, Instagram, all social media platforms. Make sure you check him out. Besides that, that's gonna do it for us. Everyone have a blessed evening. Take care, and hopefully you have a good week. Peace.